Hello everyone, I am Amit Maru. First of all, very warmly welcome you all in our today's lecture. After completion of video series on analysis and design of algorithm subject, today I am going to start new video series on data structure, which is very much important subject for many competitive examination. I will cover all the topics which is related to data structure in depth, and you will definitely enjoy as I am going to cover all the topics of data structure with very good animation. So let's start the first lecture on data structure. In this first lecture, I'll be talking about introduction of data structure, and I will cover all the terminology which is very much important to understand the data structure concept. So first of all, I will give brief idea about what is data, then after what is information, what is difference between data and information, then what is data type, then what is data structure, and then I will give brief idea about what is role of data structure in problem solving. If you want to solve any problem at that time, what is role of data structure, that we'll discuss in detail. And last, I will give brief idea about different types of data structure. So these all the topics will be covered in our today's video. So let's start. First of all, what is data? If we say simple definition of the data, then we can say that data is a collection of information in raw form. Data can be a number, symbol, character, or any kind of information. So simply we can say what is data? Data is a collection of information in raw form. Once your information is in raw form, then this collection of information which is in raw form is known as data. For example, 45 is a number, small a is one character, but 45 is in raw form because we can't say anything about the 45 because it is a simple number. This 45 can be a rupees, this 45 can be a dollar, this 45 can be a number of pages of the book. So this can be anything, right? So this is in raw form, so it is simply known as data. Now, what is information? Information is nothing but it is a processed data. Here the data is in raw form. Once we do some process on the data, then it becomes information. In another word, we can say that the logical and meaningful form of data is called information. Just take one example. Here the 45 is a data, but once we write 45 rupees, then this 45 rupees is known as information. This is the difference between data and information. Data is in raw form, but once we do some process on the data, then it becomes information. So 45 is a number and it can be anything, but once we write 45 rupees, then this becomes information. Now next, what is data type? For any programming language, we have different variables, and variable basically used to store the data, but which kind of data we can store inside the variable, that we can identify from the data type. For example, in our C language, we have a different data type like integer, float, double, character, etc. So this all the data type basically used to identify which kind of data we can store inside the variable. Basically two types of data type. One is primitive data type and second one is non-primitive data type. Primitive data type is nothing but the primary data type such as integer, float, double, character in C language. In non-primitive data type in C language like a user-defined data type, for example union, structure, etc. Now next, that is data object. The simple definition of the data object is data object is a term that refers to a set of elements. Such a set may be finite or infinite. If it is a list of elements, it is a set of elements, then it is known as data object. Now the very important thing here to understand, that is what is data structure. The simple definition of data structure says that it is combination which describe the set of elements together with the description of all the legal operation is termed as a data structure. In other words, we can say that data structure will tell us which are the elements required as well as the legal operation on those set of elements. If we have a list of elements, then on that list of elements, which kind of operation we can perform, the combination of this list of elements and this all the operations are simply known as data structure. Just take one example. Suppose we have array. So array is nothing but the list of elements, and if we perform some operation on the array like store, retrieve and display, then this combination of both is known as data structure. So for example, we have a list of elements. It is a simply array. In that we can store list of elements, and then after, if we can perform, or if we have list of operations that can be performed on that array, like store to store the data inside the array, retrieve to retrieve data from the array, and display to display all the values which is available inside the array, then this list of operations are the legal operations that can be performed on that array. The combination of both list of element and legal operations are known as data structure. So this is the simple definition of data structure. Now next question, and very much important to understand, that is what is role of data structure in problem solving. Normally data structure is useful to solve various problems, but what is role of data structure to solve any problem? So simply we can say that the data structure is used to modeling the problem. That means that we can apply some algorithm on data structure to solve the particular problem. So in any problem we have some data structure, or we have to build data structure. On that data structure we have to apply the algorithm to find the solution of the problem. Just take one example so that you can easily understand. Suppose the problem is perform addition between two polynomials. Suppose we have a two polynomial number. Then if you want to perform addition between these two polynomial number in any programming language, at that time how we can find the solution. Just take one example. Suppose this is our first polynomial number 9x square plus 2x plus 3. This is our first polynomial number. Second polynomial number is 2x square plus 8x plus 5. Now the problem is we have to find addition between two number, this addition between two polynomial number, and the answer is 11x square plus 10x plus 8. This is the answer that we need to identify. We have to find the solution for any polynomial number in our programming language. For example, this is the problem. Then the first step is we have to store this both the polynomial number, and for that we have to build the data structure. So build data structure to store both the polynomial number. Now when we store polynomial number on any data structure, at that time we have to store two values. One is coefficient and second one is exponent of both the polynomial number. So in this polynomial number, this 9, 2, 3, here 2, 8, 5, these all are known as coefficient that we need to store somewhere inside the data structure. And another thing is we have to store exponent. Here 2 is also exponent, here 2 is also known as exponent that we need to store somewhere inside the data structure. And for that we can use either two-dimensional array, or we can use array of structure to store the coefficient and exponent value. So here data structure is needed to store this both the number, and then we can apply algorithm to find the addition between this both the polynomial number. So this is the role of data structure in problem solving. So simply we can say, for solving any problem, data structure along with the appropriate algorithm is required. Now different types of data structure. Basically two types of data structure. One is linear data structure and second one is non-linear data structure. Linear data structure has a different two types. One is array and second one is list. List has again two types. One is stack and second one is queue. In non-linear part, again we have a two part. One is tree and second one is graph. So these all are the different types of data structure. So in this video series I will cover all kinds of data structure in detail with application like array, stack, queue, tree and graph. Apart from this, if you want to get brief idea about what is algorithm, then you can watch on this link. The link is already available in description. For more detail about best case, worst case, and average case. If you want to understand what is best case, what is worst case, and what is average case, then this link is available inside the description. Same way, if you want to understand about frequency count, which is very much important to understand, so if you want to understand what is frequency count, then you can go through this link. This link is available in description. Next, asymptotic notation, which is very much important to understand, that is order, omega, and theta. Big order, big omega, big theta. The description of all the types of asymptotic notations are available on below link, and these all the links are available in below description. So you can watch this video and you can understand this all the concept which is related to our data structure. So thank you very much for watching this first video on data structure, and we will meet soon with the second lecture of data structure. So thank you very much.